Hello everyone! Today we're going to make mehalabeya. So these are the ingredients we're going to need. We're going to need 5 cups of water, 1 tablespoon of sugar. You can add or reduce the amount, but I don't suggest you add any more. You don't want it to be too sweet and you want it to be relatively healthy. We're going to need 7 tablespoons of powdered milk, 6.5 tablespoons of rice flour. We're going to need some rose water, just about a teaspoon, and we're going to need some containers to put it in, and then a pot to mix everything in. So first of all, the things we're going to do is that we're going to mix on all the ingredients. We're going to put the sugar, the milk, the rice flour. We're going to mix this before we add in the water. We're going to bring it to a boil, and then last thing, we're going to add the rose water. So we'll just give this a good mix before we add the water. Okay, so we're going to transfer this to the fire. We're going to measure out 7 cups of water and then add it gradually before we start mixing it in with the on the fire. Now the reason we're going to put it in gradually is that we don't want it to have any lumps. So let's add the water. Now you want to mix it slowly so that it doesn't, the rice flour doesn't fly all over the place. We'll add the 2nd cup. The 3rd. Now the rice flour water, the rice flour, it's like cornstarch, so it's going to make it really thick. So when we mix it on the fire, we have to constantly stir it. We're going to put the fire on high, and you shouldn't stop stirring this so that it doesn't get thick on you really fast. And then, okay, so we're going to stir this for about 10 to 12 minutes until it gets relatively thick. You don't want it to be like too condensed. You just want it to have this pudding texture to it. So it's going to take about 10 minutes on high heat. Bring the milk to a boil, and then it's going to be finished. Okay, so it became relatively thick after 5 minutes, actually. Didn't take that long. So we're going to take it off the fire, and then we're going to put them in the containers, and then we're going to set it aside until it cools. Then we're going to put it in the fridge. So we're going to, before we put it in the containers, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of the rose water. We're going to mix it in real well, and it's good to use the cover to measure this. You don't want to get too much. It's going to taste like perfume if you add too much. So we're going to start putting them in the containers. Okay. Okay, so I put these in a tray. I'm going to wait for these to cool before we close them with the lid and then put them in the fridge. So enjoy!